Hey everybody, and welcome back to Hollow Knight! I think I already done that one before, but I didn't have any other ideas. Last time, it's been a long time since I recorded last time, so excuse me while I don't remember. I actually genuinely don't remember right now what I did last time. Oh no, we fought the Dream Rematch bosses! There we go. Took me a while, it's been almost a week since then. This time, I think I'm gonna start by going around to see a couple of small things throughout Hallownest. I don't need this pin anymore. We've talked to him, we've heard his dialogue before. I think I have more relics to sell to him, to Relic Seeker Lem. I'd like to revisit this guy at some point, since we made his gifts unbreakable. We've improved them, so let's see what he thinks about them. Otherwise, I'm going to be making a couple of small stops, and that's my plan so far. We'll see how the plan progresses from there, depending on how long it takes to get to what I want to get to. We're going to be spending a lot of time in the Fungal Wastes, because there's actually a pretty large secret involving this place that I've yet to show. First of all, I'm gonna make my way over to Queen's Gardens, and we're actually gonna talk to the White Lady. For what reason? I just want to show her my new child. I almost said pet, but that would actually sound a little strange. It is technically supposed to be our child, I guess? I'm not really sure. Anyway, I want to show her Grimmchild, because she does say something if you do. Grimmchild! Oh my god, that's gotta hurt, Grimmchild! Don't do that, that's not good for you! Hey, what do you think of this little guy?
Yeah.
Ah, that creature beside. It would be naive to claim it friend, though you two share a similarity? It is a distant link, one words would strain to convey. For it to cling to you now, you've been consumed in the ritual of that Scarlet Clan. In what poor moment they descend upon our ruin. Aid their propagation if you so choose, but do not renege, I've never heard of that word before, on the larger task this kingdom implores.
I will not, don't worry. She's like, don't get too caught up in side quests, you gotta get back to the main story at some point. Alright, that's all she says for now. I think she might say something more about Grimmchild later, but I just wanted to show that, since it's pretty hidden dialogue. Such an important looking figure. We do not know much about you yet. I'm just gonna ignore the fact that Grimmchild committed murder for no real reason. I can't say anything. I also killed those things. I'm not blameless either. Since we're passing back through this area, let me show you an alternative way that Cloth's questline can end. Take it away, other playthrough me! If you have not yet found and saved Cloth down in Ancient Basin, she does not join you for this battle. This also means she does not die, because the Traitor Lord does not kill her. Now we can come down and rescue Cloth, having already defeated Traitor Lord, and if this happens, her questline gets an alternate ending. At this time, you can then find Cloth sleeping up in Dirtmouth.
Tiny warrior, I'm glad I could see you again. You've inspired me. I'm about to head off in search of other places and other foes. This quiet town's the perfect stop before I scale the cliffs and head out into the plains.
She decides that Hallownest isn't exciting enough and heads off a different direction. It's cool you actually get to see her sleep, though, and, like, you know, being under the ground.
I'll be off soon. It's a dangerous thing to trek the desolate sands beyond the kingdom. I'll need all my strength to survive them. First, though, a good rest is in order.
But when you leave Hallownest, you'll lose your mind and your brain and your personality and all that.
Nola, I'm coming. More challenging foes are out there somewhere, but none in this ruin could take me.
Oh! Okay, that kind of explains something. She actually wants to die, so that she can meet Nola in the afterlife. Well, that's an interesting part of her character. And of course, she wants to go out with a really awesome, valiant battle. And I can understand that. Alright, back on the main file, another one of my goals this episode is I'm going to get the journal entries of all the enemies that I don't yet have them for, including Leaping Husks and whatever else. I think I scrolled past one. Okay, Mosskin. I'm right nearby Greenpath, so I may as well go for these guys first. Heavy Sentries and Lance Sentries, I need just one of both of those. I need 4 Soul Twisters. Fluke Mungas, I need 4 more of those. Crystallized Husks, need 5 of these guys, though I don't think there are 5 of them in Crystal Peak. Need 8 more of you. 2 more of you. 2 more of you. I'm right here, so I think I can definitely do that. For Mage's Traders, I actually think, and the Colosseum ones, we'll be fighting these guys in the Colosseum later, so I'm probably going to save them for later, and same for Mantis Traders. But all the other ones, I will go for, and we may as well start with you two right here. Give me your entry! I wonder, do you have to finish them off while they're down to get their entry? Or do you just have to knock them down first? Yeah, you just have to knock them down. I think there are more volatile Moskins in Green Path than there are non-volatile Moskins. God, these guys are so rare. Right now, I need 5 more Moskin, and I'm pretty sure I have killed all but one of them in the whole area, so I'm gonna need to go to a bench and reset them. This is a bit of a ridiculous requirement, like 20-something, however much the requirement was for this journal entry. It is very high, I think way too high for how many enemies they put down. I think that they should have taken into consideration how many they placed down. How many of that enemy they placed down when designing these, kill requirements. Made it back to a bench, and I think I need to switch on my freaking, backtracking charms. Get Soul Eater off of me. Soul Eater didn't even really help. Put those 2 on, and then there might be something I want to try, and I probably have to sacrifice Grubberfly's Elegy in order to do. Oh, wait, actually, what I wanted to try is, never mind, I can't do that. I'll re-equip Shaman Stone, I think. I don't know if I ever brought up in the past what Shaman Stone does with Fluke Nest. Just in case I haven't, it increases the damage the Flukes deal in Fluke Nest to 5. So they all deal 1 extra piece of damage, which, I don't know how that affects the total numbers, and I don't feel like looking right now, so I'll show it on screen. And I'm gonna equip Nailmaster's Glory to go along with this. That was the best nail art I've ever done. What the fuck? I was trying to do a nail art there, and then it turned into that. I don't know what that move was that I just did, but it was certainly a move. Wow. I forgot just how big the Shade Soul projectile is when you have Shaman Stone on, because Shaman Stone increases the size of your Vengeful Spirit Blast. Not only Vengeful Spirit, but the Shade Soul's fucking huge now. It's so cool. Finally, my god, that takes forever. This might be the worst entry to unlock in the whole game. It can be hard to spot amongst the foliage until you get close and they suddenly come charging at you. Tread carefully. No, they're not. They are not hard to spot. They're moving around all the time. What the fuck do you mean? My next topic requires a trip to the Fungal Wastes. We're gonna get started on that right away. Sorry, just showing Grimmchild the Queen Station and how cool it is before we move on. You hear those voices, Grimmchild? I know, you don't care at all. You just want to move on with this. That's fine. We can do that. I don't know if I've ever mentioned it, but upon killing all 3 Dreamers, if you haven't found every map Cornifer can give you, if you haven't found Cornifer in every area of the game yet, and you kill all the 3 of the Dreamers, he actually moves up to the map shop automatically. And once he's up there, the rest of the maps of the remaining areas of the game are for sale in his Zelda's shop. So you can buy all the maps for areas you haven't been in yet. Like, for example, Kingdom's Edge, if you haven't found this place yet. It's pretty cool how that works. That flame on the map also reminds me there's something else we should get around here while we have Grimmchild out. Another thing killing the 3 Dreamers does is... return to the spot where you initially found Cornifer in the Fungal Wastes. Let me do a real quick test. Okay, good. And you can find this guy. He doesn't seem that bothered by it. He seems resistant to it. Interesting how that works. Like, this guy's resistant, but the others are... But other enemies are hurt by it? I don't know. I don't really know. Oh my god, poggers? Yeah, what the hell's the deal with this? Well, why don't we try dream nailing?
Worms pull bugs into their thrall, till ages pass and kingdoms fall. Caps and shells may fall to dust, but Mr. Mushroom readjusts.
Okay, that didn't really tell me anything. But at least we can understand his thoughts. So we are vaguely capable of understanding whatever it is he's saying. There is one way that we can understand him better, though, and I'm not sure how you're supposed to find out about this, honestly. I actually need to take this off now. There we go. Goodbye, Nailmaster's Glory didn't like you anyway. Spore Shroom. When focusing Soul, emit a spore cloud that slowly damages enemies. That is not all the charm does. Well, I mean, in terms of, like, actual useful combat ability, it is, but that is not the end of this charm. Let's take it back to this guy and see if anything changes. Hey, wake up! You can't talk to him unless he's turned around.
It's nice that you were able to help your friend. So you're not hungry anymore? Yes, that was quite the appetite. I was impressed. Still, we all move on sooner or later. To greater things, perhaps? So much can be achieved in such a short time. Oh, excuse me.
With Spore Shroom equipped, you were able to understand him, and then he also notices you. I guess you're completely invisible to him without the charm on? I don't really know, I don't really get it. Anyway, his dialogue there was actually referencing the game Hungry Knight. That was actually Team Cherry's, I want to say, first game ever before they made Hollow Knight. Hungry Knight is notable for being the origin of this character right here. This little guy, this little iconic face that's all over this game's cover, this is not the first game it appeared in. It actually appeared in Hungry Knight, a little Newgrounds game that they made for a game jam. I also think there were a lot of other inlets of Hungry Knight that were carried over into Hollow Knight, like having to find 3 large figures as the goal of the game. The main deal was, though, you were hungry. You had to keep finding food before you starved to death. And now, in this game, you're hollow, and it's very different. It's nothing like Hungry Knight, really. That is not the end of Spore Shroom allowing you to understand mushrooms, though. Because now that we have it equipped, this bucket is emitting some voices. We jump up to it, it reveals text for us to read. Warily shall we accept the will of the worm. Its prescience shields us. I've also never heard of that word, wow. Fate and future we shall entwine. This is basically the Fungal Wastes equivalent of those tablets in Green Path that we're talking about, So we get to see kind of how the mushrooms and the fungal waste were conceived. The fungal waste, you know, the singular waste. So of course, as you would imagine, I will be on the way to check out the rest of the wooden buckets and see what their hidden text says. But on the way, let's stop by the Leg Eater and show him the unbreakable, heart and greed. That's what we got. I should also consider putting them on. I do need to save up for the last charm upgrade, of course. Last break, fragile charm up. Okay. Alright, you just say the same thing there. How about here?
My charm! What you doing it with? The smell. Different. Strange, but nice. Very nice. That smell talks to me. Someone somewhere very nice.
Yeah, honestly, I think you two would be great together. You two should meet up. That would be perfect. Hold on. I see a little tunnel here. I think that's just connecting to the waterfall below. Yeah, that's not something you can actually go through. It would be cool if there was. Now let me blow your mind. Yeah, this room had a secret upper compartment the entire time, and it has another one of these tablets in it. I had no reason to come up here until now. Strengthen the shared self, strengthen the mind united. In every bug that would pass upon our roads, only the melancholy of disparity. I remember thinking that word disparity meant something like despair, like the bad feeling, the opposite of hope. The thing that Monokuma won't shut the fuck up about in Danganronpa. Anyway, but no, disparity is like a difference between something. Like, you can tell the difference between something like warm and cold, you know. I'm not sure exactly what these lore tablets mean. I'm no Mossbag, I'm no Hollow Knight lore YouTuber. I get the main story that's happening, but I don't get, like, some origin stories of certain areas like this all the way. But, you know, I'll try to say what I think is going on with them. I'm just checking to make sure there's not one in here. Like, what if the grave actually said something? What if the grave actually of the elder had hidden text? It probably doesn't, though. And I said it probably doesn't after I saw for myself with my own eyes that there wasn't anything, so why the fuck am I? Alright. Then, all the way over here, on the way to Deep Nest, I think this is the last one? This is the last one that I know of. So unless there's another one hidden, excuse me, why did I jump so high just then? I swear I jumped way higher than you normally do. Okay, get out of here, Sporg. I need to read some lore. This border bounds the twisting, scratching things. Their dead sire, once of honored caste. Their sealed mother, but the common beast. No peace with them we make. Yeah, I probably wouldn't make peace with the spiders in Deep Nest if I were you either. I mean, the spiders could be cool, but they clearly did not accept peace with anyone else, so... That's the most commentary I had to make on that. Wow, that was perfect. Great job, me. Great, like... I don't know. That's... I just don't know my words. Alright, I've been having this lately. The reason why I've been taking so long to get these videos out is just because lately I felt kinda out of it every day and not that into recording, and I'm not really sure why. I don't know if it's excitement to move on to my next Let's Play project that I am going to work on after this, or perhaps if it's for my idea for my sleep schedule. Lately, I have been staying up kind of late every night and then waking up at noon in the middle of the day, and I'm wondering if that's, like, changing me mentally, and that I'm not as energetic and ready to do stuff. So, as a result, I feel like this video's commentary quality is kind of suffering. I know many of you may not agree with that, but that's just how I feel. Alright, I don't believe the Mantis Village has any wooden buckets anywhere with hidden text on them, so I'm just gonna head straight over here as we have more to see. I would also like to see if there is a wooden bucket somewhere in here, so I'm gonna be exploring the whole fungal core before we get down to business, literally. Oh, there is! Ooh, there's another lore tab. Alright, I forgot about this one. Have I even seen this one? I'm not really sure. Pity those bugs. Minds locked. Thoughts trapped in solitude. Faint shadow of an idea are the words that attempt its utterance. Is this referring to the infection? Because it says their minds are locked, their thoughts are trapped in solitude, and I feel like, you know, the infection's kind of doing that to people. It's trapping their minds with the evil, I have power and I will kill the darkness and whatever. Faint shadow of an idea are the words that attempt its utterance. I don't know what the hell attempt its utterance means, but, you know, faint shadow of an idea. I guess that's in line with the infection? I can't really know for sure. I don't really know what that means. I don't know what any of these mean, but hey, there are secret little things of text in this game, so I feel like I should show them off. And now, down in the fungal core is our last of the 3 flames of the 3rd round of Flame Collection. We got another Grimmchild Nightmare. I showed off how to fight these guys before, and now I'm gonna kill this guy even faster thanks to Shaman Stone. Oh, damn it. I was gonna charge up a nailer in case he was doing a fireball. Oh god. Or this. That works. Another way you can avoid that attack is not go extremely fast. That way they all spawn behind you. Or you're out of the way of them in time, and you don't have to cross as much distance. So you can, like, study your steps a little bit. So you might feel compelled to run away from them as much as you can, but where they spawn is dependent on where you are located. So it might be best to slow down a little bit. Now we get to hear the silent music after the Grimmkin is killed. And then down here, I was pretty sure on my first playthrough after discovering the Shaman Stone thing that this guy would actually say something if you had his Shaman, or not Shaman Stone, Spore Shroom equipped. But no, he's still asleep, still just has this one thought. What good to foresee a demise unavoidable? And I'm not even sure what this means. Like, he's talking to the Pale King, the King of Hallownest, but, like, what demise? Did the king foresee a demise? Maybe it's like, because I think one of the ideas with this game is that the old light that's causing the infection was sealed away in the dream world by the king. He did have a lot of power, and so he is probably able to seal the old light away. due to the Old Light being weakened by the members of her tribe betraying her. Possibly, if that's how that works. I don't really know. Because it seems like the Old Light works in a kind of hive-mind-ish way, where everyone that it's controlling is, like, connected to it, and so if they were to betray the Old Light like the Moth Tribe did, maybe the Old Light was weakened and the king was able to seal it away in a dream world because of that. And I think maybe that's why. So, like, the Pale King foresaw that the Old Light was not, was gonna do his kingdom harm, so he sealed it away in the dream world, but according to that mushroom, it was a demise unavoidable, and it kinda was in the end. It's been a long time since I visited these guys. Hello, how's it going? I'm gonna pass through your village once more. Though I'm not really gonna do anything here because there is nothing else for me to do here. It's just nice to be back with your old pals. I wish they could have cleaned up some of the spikes to make this place easier to traverse, but it's fine. We have more abilities now. That doesn't make it that much easier to traverse. Grimmchild! You will not attack the mantises! Very often, Grimmchild will go after enemies you don't want to. No, oh god, he's gonna attack. Oh god, how do I do this? He's gonna attack the mantis! I guess I'll just let it happen. Hold on. Alright, Grimmchild. Grimmchild, stop. Stop it. I'm gonna stop you right there. No, Grimmchild. Actually, I don't want to go this direction. My next stop is going to be City of Tears. I'm gonna make my way over to Kingdom's Edge, but because there's some enemies in City of Tears we need the journal entries of, I'm gonna go through there, and I've decided I'm gonna go via the Waterways, because the Waterways also has the Flukemungas, and we need their entry. Can I actually not make it out of this room? Really? Even with double jump? Okay, no, I can do that. That pipe looks like a fluke, like holding out something. Shaman Stone will be an excellent help on this journey. Oh, okay, I was actually trying to nail art them, but I seemingly didn't get it charged fast enough. It was weird. It felt like it took longer to charge than it's supposed to. I should have known that would happen. Oh, wow. Okay, nail art plus 2 blasts of Shaman Stone Shade Soul is enough to kill them, apparently. That's pretty cool. Okay, that time I just didn't have the Shadow Dash off of cooldown. Now I do! Haha, I don't have Soul, though. Okay, that's bad. I'm at 1 hit, so I better make this work. Get it! Okay. Jeez. Oh, shit. Oh, man. If Grimmchild actually, like, paused it there and just long enough for it to kill me, I would have been so mad at him. When predators are too successful, the surplus food they eat becomes soft bulk wrapped around their bodies. Still, these creatures at least seem to make good use of their additional weight. And that's the Lance Sentry's, I almost said item description, journal entry unlocked. This devious foe will often keep its distance and try to pick you off with its thrown weapons. When it charges at you, leap up and strike it down. A little too late to give me that advice, but whatever. Bye, Grimmchild. And there's Soul Twister's journal entry. That felt great to one-shot him with the Shade Soul. I've heard there's talk about soul, but I do not understand what it actually is. I do know that freshly killed meat tastes best. Is that because the soul still clings to it? The soul of the animal isn't quite gone yet. I suppose so. And that's the last heavy sentry. Surprisingly quick-witted for a corpse. If you try to it'll try to catch you if you leap over it and can chase you if you flee. Enjoyable to hunt, but beware them in packs. I think there's exactly one point in the game where you encounter heavy sentries in packs. I think there's like one combat arena where 2 appear. So yeah, there's never any other time where you fight more than one of them. These guys are in such short supply now. In fact, this might be the only one still around here. I think maybe there's a second one somewhere else on this. Or no, I guess that's the only one. And sadly, there's no bench that close, aside from the one up here in the early areas of City of Tears. So yeah, I'm just gonna have to farm this guy out 5 times. Finally got this guy. The bugs of Old Hallownest did not hunt their own food. They had it brought to them. That's why they were so weak. That's why their kingdom crumbled into dust and faded away. Probably, yeah. It looked for a second there as the Grimmchild went to kill that blowfly. It looks like he had a very explosive cough. Because his fireball shooting sound kind of sounds like a cough. It just seemed like Grimmchild coughed and it exploded. Alright. I'm coming down to Kingdom's Edge because there's actually a little something special secret hidden down at the bottom right of the place that I did not show the first time because I thought it would be best saved for now. This area of the map is so... Primal aspids. Anyway, this area of the map is so inconvenient to get back to. It takes a long freaking time, but once you can get back to it, there's goodies for you. Oh! I also neglected to kill this blood sack that's around here. Oh yeah, you can see the ledge it's on. Sadly, I don't think I can get to that. Yeah, I can't get to that unless I go... Never mind! Ha ha ha! I got it! Get your stupid noise out of there. Okay, so going up into the tunnel is what causes the Great Hopper down here to spawn, which is interesting. Gonna try to kill you real quick with the power of... Yep, there we go, Shaman Stone. And now, over here, past you, we have a cracked wall right here. Go inside, and there's somewhere you can enter. There are still this many small nooks and crannies left in the world. I need soul. I shouldn't have used it to heal, I guess. Now I got it. I got a soul intact. I might be a redhead, but I've got soul. Now I don't have any soul. Now I need to go get more, for fuck's sake. Now you're back. After I accidentally killed you with the dive before. Further down. The music is disappearing. We're getting deep. We're uncovering the deep, dark secrets of Hallownest. I mean, we already did that, but we're uncovering different deep, dark secrets. Now it's starting to look like Ancient Basin. Perhaps a connection to that area? No, actually, not quite. All this leads to is a giant pile of geo. All the geo you could ever want in the world. 380. That's actually not that much. Never mind, not all the geo you could ever want in the world, but it is the largest geopile findable in the game. Findable, discoverable. That sounds much better. It definitely isn't a lot, but it's a nice bonus secret to find in the middle of Kingdom's Edge. The reason why I saved it until now, though, is because on the way back out, there's a little special something we can find. At this area, this chimney here, if you have Spore Shroom equipped, you can hear voices. Jump into the secret tunnel, and it's yet another Fungal Wastes tablet. I don't know what the mushrooms are doing all the way over here, but whatever. We speak the path of the Master Herald, he who would signal an age's end. Spawn of self, their minds unite, aside the source of acid blight. Glow in darkest, winding depths, winds all howl above fossil stone steps. Monarch flies in air stays still, to roots domain and snail once shrill. Path of worm at new lands entered, their journey's end, the kingdom ventured. This is connected to Mr. Mushroom that we encountered earlier this video. Mr. Mushroom, upon disappearing from that initial spot in Fungal Wastes, will then go around to many different areas in the world, and this tablet hints to those locations. So let me read through them again. Spawn of self, their minds unite. I believe that's talking about his first location in Fungal Wastes. A side source of acid blight. That sounds to me like Royal Waterways near, Isma's Grove. Because that's kind of the source of the acid, I guess? Is it the source of the acid? I'm not really sure. Anyway, a glow in darkest winding depths, that would be Deep Nest. Winds all howl above fossil stone steps, that's Howling Cliffs. Monarch flies in air set still. I don't know what monarch flies are. Those might be like ambient bugs that are in the background of the game. I can't remember what those are at the moment. To Root's domain, the domain of the Roots, the White Lady is a root creature, so that's Queen's Gardens. Path of Worm at New Lands entered. So the Path of the Worm, when it entered the land. That might be the King's Pass, the beginning of the game, and that's where his journey ends. His journey ends where we started ours. So let me get this stuff into my mind. We're gonna start next to Isthmus Grove, then Deep Nest, then Howling Cliffs, then whatever that is, then Queen's Gardens, then the beginning of the game. Alright, I hope I can remember all of that. Let's get going. You motherfuckers are gonna kill all my lilies! Alright, there we go. Wait a minute. I came all the way into Royal Waterways and then I actually remembered where he is here. It's not inside the sewers. You kind of have to consider the world space and look around Isthmus Grove, even in adjacent areas, not just the sewers. Because Isthmus Grove might be inside of the sewers, but we are still near it when we're down here in this lower area of Kingdom's Edge. That means... yes! One of these little slots in the side had a use after all. Wake up!
Shouldn't trust the eye they gave you. Rely on your own instincts. If you've got a keen nose, use it. And while you're hunting for secrets, beware those who are hunting you. Oh, excuse me.
He's basically talking to himself, and each and every time he's kind of embarrassed to have us find him. I'm not sure why. Talking to yourself is normal. I do it. Grimmchild's like dancing as we're riding the tram. That's so cute. Oh my god, that's so cool. I think I like Grimmchild more and more the more I use him, the more I have him around. He's just so cute. At first, he's a little, like, creepy because the Grimm Troop give off a creepy vibe, but over time, Grimmchild has definitely grown on me. On the way to the next location, I got the journal entry for the Stalking Devouts, for the worst enemies in the game. Powerful, well-armored, and fast, these are no mere beasts. Study their movements and watch carefully for an opening. That's a pretty good tip. Doesn't help you have to kill like 15 of them to get the tip, but it is a good tip. Would have been nice to have it a little earlier. Oh my god, look at my geo count. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 geo. You will next find Mr. Mushroom near where you defeated Galleon, or fought Galleon. You may not have defeated him yet.
The dead can't make use of wealth in any case. What would they spend it on? Yes, a big brood like that. They need food, and shelter, and toys. You keep some for yourself? Well, I think you deserve it, yes. Oh, excuse me.
I'm not sure what he's talking about in each encounter. Could be kind of a meta reference. All of them could be kind of like a meta reference to something in real life, but I'm not really sure. The first one was. Beyond that, I'm not sure. If I remember correctly, his next location is actually inside of Mato's hut. And Mato just doesn't notice him at all. My pupil, you have come to visit your old master. This is an honor I scarcely deserve. We're not going to talk about the rambling mushroom in the corner of my hut now. I invited him in. I gave him some tea. He's a nice fellow when you get to know him, even though I don't understand it. I don't know. I can't make up dialogue in this game right now with my current mental let's make it sound like it's worth it. Anyway, alright.
What was called a hero in its moment may be called something very different after time has passed. The crimes and triumphs of our predecessors echo all around us, don't they? The chains of fate that bind us all together. Do you really want to break them? Oh, excuse me.
Next is the location where I don't know where he is. I guess I'll meditate with Mato for a little while. Let's see if Grimmchild joins you. Nah, he doesn't fall on the ground and go to sleep like he does when you're on a bench. It's so adorable when he does that. Alright. So monarch flies are flying and air sets still. If I had to guess, the still air could be resting grounds? I'm not sure if monarch flies are even an enemy, though. Like, where would that be? Here? Like, is he at Lake Avon? I don't know. I think this is resting grounds, though, so I'm gonna look there. Wait a minute. I know where it is. We got the monarch wings down in Ancient Basin, right? I don't think monarch flies are an actual animal in this game. It's supposed to be referencing the monarch wings. He's down in Ancient Basin where we got the double jump. Yep. He's down below, right here. I love how he just keeps talking after he turns around, after we hit him with our nail.
Well, things are getting too dangerous down there. Maybe it's time to take a break? Come back up and spend some time hunting, or gathering, or wandering aimlessly. No, not too much longer now. Oh, excuse me.
Dude, you should just expect it at this point. Expect us to show up. His next location is right here. This is one of the two possible entrances into Queen's Gardens. Up here is the overgrown mound where we got the Howling Wraiths initially. That's what the riddle was talking about. You're near the snail. So now we finally have a use for this little pocket over here, which is otherwise just a place to listen to a waterfall.
I haven't seen her, no. I'm sure you'll remember where you left her eventually. Trust the moon, or yourself. Or trust her. You need to trust something, that's my point. No, not him. No, absolutely not. Oh, excuse me.
You're on the phone with someone or something? Now for the final location. It is in King's Pass, where we began our journey. Hey, this is my spot. I'm supposed to do my iconic intro here. You can't be in the way when I do it next.
It's not by tools that you'll triumph. It's through your smarts, your speed, your determination. Oh, I see. So you've been following me around then. I hope my travels haven't confused your own, distracted you.
Well, they kind of have, but it's fine. It's a side quest.
Then again, a meander journey still has meaning. It is, after all, from a journey we find our purpose. Though a stop is more than just a stop. And if those stops can't be lovely things, wouldn't you say? Transcendent plateaus, distant sandy lands, vast ancient kingdoms. Yours was not the first, nor will it be the last, but it's a unique and special thing nonetheless. Now, with my duties here finished, it's time I made graceful departure. Till next time, my friend. 'Tis a long road we tread, but a joyous one. Until our paths cross again.
It's time to make graceful departure, indeed. That's so great. Now, something special will happen upon the game's conclusion. No, I'm not going to show it to you right now. You have to wait. You have to be patient. In other news, I'm looking at my time and I realize that a lot of the video I've recorded is going to be cut. So at the moment, I am completely unsure how long we've been going. But I think we've exhausted enough content this video that I should do one more thing before we end. If we return back to the grave of the traitor's child where we delivered the delicate flower, we can pick up the flower again and take it elsewhere. To whom, you might ask? Right now, there are 4 possible recipients of this flower, and something special happens if you try to take it to all of them. So, I'm gonna do that. I'm also gonna find a bench and put on better charms for this, because the ones I have on right now aren't that great for it. I'm gonna put on Grubberfly's Elegy, because I wasn't able to use it before for the flower quest when we did it. Whenever that was at this point. It's... For some reason, my memory of recording these videos is failing me. Okay, honestly, I don't want to be going that fast. Shaman Stone will help. You, I'm not going to need your help because I'm not going to take damage ever. I don't need Spore Shroom on anymore. So, you? Now is the best time ever to equip Fragile Strength. That way, I can kill enemies in fewer hits. And I'll have Grimmchild helping me out as well. So the first person I want to take this to is the White Lady. That'll be the easiest. She's just up above us, after all. Oh, shit. You know, okay. Before I go, I do recommend doing this. Anytime you're about to do this, place a Dream Gate, like, right. Alright, well, we're right here, so it's fine. Yeah. Place a Dream Gate right outside, right next to the grave. That way, if you lose the flower, you can return back to it whenever you want. I have to leave and come back. Why? If player has delicate flower, don't spawn another one, and don't look for if they lose the delicate flower while they're inside the room, even though that's a definite possibility. Yeah, that's how you program that, for sure. It's a way you can, but it's not the best way. Greetings, White Lady. This is the second time we have met this episode.
Do I seem prisoner here? If so, it's not by any choice but my own. These bindings about me I've chosen to erect. There's some shame I feel from my own part in the deed, and this method guarantees its cease. I still feel that urge, you see. I always will. A voracious desire to spread seeds upon the land, to propagate myself, to breed.
She hasn't said this to me yet. I'm not sure why. I guess you have to leave the area and come back. Anyway, that's not her reaction to the flower. Do you have a reaction to the flower? Oh, okay, here we go. Give the delicate flower. So yeah, the White Lady birthed all the vessels, or, you know, the White Lady and the King birthed all the vessels, and that's why she feels shame about it, because they abandoned them all down there in the abyss to die.
Ah, what precious gift it offers, though alas I shan't accept. Not of me that flower, nor of this kingdom. Far it travelled to reach this place, brought by one beloved, fair knight of lands serene. There is rare power hidden in those frail petals. To hold it so close, one must surely be unaware of its nature.
That's some special dialogue she has. She will refuse it. In fact, I'm pretty sure there's only one person you can give it to. But, you know, alright, that's all you say. On to the next person, after quite possibly a million failed attempts. I just realized I have Grimmchild equipped as I'm doing this, which means Fog Canyon is gonna be hell. But I think I'm gonna try it. If I can just get through the rooms as quick as I can before Grimmchild shoots all the Umas, I might be able to do just fine. Might. Emphasis on might. Well, oh god. It's because I didn't hit you with the nail. I was like, oh, I'm doing more damage. No. I may have Shaman Stone equipped. Actually, no, I don't anymore. I don't have Shaman Stone equipped anymore, so that's why it's in, that's why it, took the fewer hits. There we go. Yeah, see what I mean? I can barely string together a sentence in this freaking playthrough. Oh my god, okay, there we go. Yeah, you can see just how good Grubberfly's Elegy is for this quest. I'm able to kill these enemies from so far away without having to get close to them, and because the objective is to not take any damage at all, it synergizes really well with the requirement of being at full health. Grimmchild, wow! You're just showing off! Oh god. Hang on. Grimmchild, can you... Okay, thank you! Are they minor enemies? Good, they are not. Okay. How do I do this? Where can I go from here? Alright, you know what? I'm going up to the crossroads, I think. There we go. I'm just cheesing them with the doors. Hey man, that's a strategy. It works. Okay, do you. And then... you? There we go. Oh, I didn't even have to leave that time. Nah, I knew it was too good to be true. God damn you, Grimmchild. Careful of the big boy. Oh, that was close. Holy shit. Grimmchild. Oh my god. Grimmchild's gonna be shooting those things early. Any enemy that explodes is just worse when you have a minion charm. Much harder to avoid because they'll shoot them and then that'll trigger them to explode. Alright, hopefully there aren't very many of them, of these guys throughout this. Thank you. Oh my god, that was also very close. Holy shit. Another person you can offer it to is Emilicia.
Pantera. Cattere.
Or not? Here we go. Okay, it's after her second dialogue. What a curious specimen! Though even its pure aura is no match for the light of our dear king. Keep your faint flora, Bug. I've enough of my own to tend, and surely you would agree that mine are far finer. I guess. I mean, I like their red glow. That kind of looks cool. Yeah, she declines it because her own flowers are much better, obviously. Oh my god. Whoa, ha, 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 ha. Oh my god. I thought he shot. Yeah, there is a primal aspect after. Holy shit. Okay, I think now I can run past the Great Hoppers. Oh, come on, come back. No! Let's try this again. Where is this guy? Where is it? Okay, we're going in here right away. How are you not dead? Fuck off. Alright. Yeah, it was literally the last enemy before I got here. Are you kidding me? That was such bad luck, but we made it in the end. Another person you can give it to is Nailmaster Oro. Yeah, I was not invited, but this flower was. What is this? Do you think it'd be coming for a people to drop rubbish in their master's home? Or is this gaudy flower your idea of a gift? I've no use for such things. Take it with you, or else I'll toss it outside to be eaten by vermin. I worked so hard for that! Are you kidding me, Oro? Oh, well, apparently I can't take it back, so, you have it now. Yeah, no, fuck you, I'm not taking it back. I worked so hard to get all the way over here from the Queen's Gardens. You are keeping that flower, alright? I don't want to hear any complaining. Anyway, there is one more person who you can give the flower. It is a certain someone up in Dirtmouth. And I think this one, the route to this one, I'm actually going to go over. The route I took to get there was down through Deep Nest, but there's really no good route down there. Takes you through a bunch of dangerous places. I can, however, give a good tip on how to make a route up to Dirtmouth to give to this certain person. I think the easiest way is up through Howling Cliffs. You can climb all the way up to the top and then crystal dash off the end and you'll end up in the town. And that might be the way I go. I do not recommend taking this room. This room is filled with those gruzzers that have the dripping down underneath them. And since this requires that you take no damage, and that's basically almost unavoidable damage, those things cause, yeah, best to avoid that room as much as possible. I'm gonna take the climbing up through Howling Cliffs route and let you know how it goes. I just remembered that there's Mantis Petras on the way to this. Oh god, please help me. I thought it was dead for a second. I almost said I thought you was dead. I thought you was dead, man. Just stuff like that. I'm fine. I'm doing fine. How about you? That was actually kind of cool. Me bouncing off the head so perfectly like that. I don't mean to talk up my skill or anything, but you know. It's very strange how I choose to go for tricks like that while I'm in the middle of this challenge, where I'm not supposed to be being hit by anything, and I really shouldn't take such risks. But I do anyway, and then it ends up working out somehow. I mean, my luck already ran out with the Great Hopper before, so it's possible my luck will run out here shortly. Oh god. That volatile Moskin was like ready. Ready to ambush. Ooh, I'm glad I avoided that. I forgot you emerged automatically. All these narrow escapes. Yeah, I'm totally gonna get hit on like a crawlid in the last area or something. Out in the cliffs, the enemies are very sparse, though still existent, so keep your eyes out. Keep your eyes peeled open. Peel them open manually if you need to. Then all you really have to do is not mess around with the controls there. I don't know if it's safe to Crystal Heart from that platform. I'd rather wait until later, so... Pow. And this should be good enough. Kill you for your problem. I don't remember. Okay. Here's the cliff's edge. Crystal Heart here. We're safe. We made it. Alright. Let's go give this to the person who deserves it the most. What's that you have there? Ah, what a beautiful flower. I'd never have guessed by looking, but you have surprisingly good taste in flora. Why are you carrying around such an exquisite bloom? Wait. You didn't... Ah! This flower is... Is it a gift? For me? Are you really giving me something so precious? Absolutely. Ah! I couldn't really have it? My, I barely know what to say except... Thank you. I'd resigned myself to selflessly giving out advice to passers-by without receiving any gratitude in return. Little did I know, one young bug was taking my words to heart and would repay my kindness. And with such a beautiful gift. Suddenly the world seems a little less faded. Thank you, my friend. I will take care of this flower while you're gone, so we can enjoy it together when you return. That makes up for Oro's frickin' speech so much. Thank you, Elderbug. He's the only one who actually accepts it. I'll sit on this bench, respawn all those enemies, as that is everything you can do with the delicate flower. For now. Ooh. This flower you gave me. When dark thoughts creep into my head, I gaze at it and think of you. Why not rest at the bench here for a while? We can enjoy the flower together before you head off again. He'll now say this every time you come back around instead of saying, feeling tired? That bench may be iron, but it's comfortable. Trust me, I swear. Now if we dream nail him. These petals, so white. Can you see them too, watching me from wherever you are? Perhaps dreams aren't such bad things after all. He's gone back on his previous belief that perhaps dreams aren't such great things after all. That is so cool. That is so worth doing. If I were you, ignore all the other characters. They had nothing interesting to say. Give it to Elderbug. He deserves it the most. He'll actually accept it. Unlike especially Oro. Oh man, I had to trek like all the way across the freaking world past so many dangerous enemies, and that was his freaking dialogue? I thought at least he'd be like, oh, this is nice. I'll accept. No, but no, he's like, this trash, get it out of here. Take it with you. Fuck off. Fuck you, Oro. Anyway. That is all for this time. Next time on Hollow Knight, there are actually a couple of things left, tiny things left in Hallownest that I forgot to do this time. For instance, there are a couple of journal entries I never got. We're gonna get those. We're gonna look at something secret within Forgotten Crossroads. And then we're gonna tackle something very, very challenging. Thank you all for watching if you did. And as always, I will see you all in the future.